What is consciousness? Can anyone tell me what a black hole really is? Is there a heaven for dogs? If we look into these deep waters, we'll soon find ourselves asking the universal questions, the big questions. Who are we? Where are we going? What is our place in the universe? And of course, why are we here? But for some reason, such questions are usually confined to the classroom or the church. Do these questions seem too daunting, too unanswerable, or simply irrelevant to our daily lives? Are we too quick to say, who knows why we're here? And we're here anyways, so who cares? A couple of weeks ago, Ben Wilson stayed over in room 6, St. Leonard's, the room I've been living in for the past 3 years. That room has held too many great conversations to count. Conversations just like the one I had with Ben that night. They cover all sorts of subjects, but they always seem to end up taking on those big unanswerables. We disagree about some things, and we agree on others. But the importance doesn't lie in reaching some concrete conclusion. It lies in the twists of our conversation, the ideas that we throw at one another, the constant searching and guessing and searching some more. Posing these questions and taking part in the never-ending search for answers is an essential part of being human. The purpose of a Portsmouth Abbey education is to get us started. Here, we encounter those crucial questions in humanities class. The hours spent reading and discussing Christian thinkers, such as Paul and Aquinas, all the way up to non-believers like Freud, are meant to get our philosophic engines running and to equip us with what we'll need for future intellectual exploration. The books on that syllabus introduce us to ideas we will wrestle with for the rest of our lives. It doesn't stop when plenary does. The richness of the Abbey is that these questions permeate every classroom we sit in. We dive into them in our English classes, breaking the boundaries of space and time to learn how other people in other ages have grappled with the very same things that we do. Like Hamlet, we sometimes wonder whether it is better to be or not to be. Like King Lear, we are forced to confront the tragedies which arise from human folly. Like Odysseus, we need to learn the purpose of struggle. In biology and chemistry, we discover the universal cells inside us and the mystery mechanics of life. And this draws us closer to the truth of our own existence. What we study in the classroom, however, does not hold a monopoly on the answers. We are in charge of which direction we take our minds, which route our investigations pursue. I often think that there should be one day a month where every student is told to go into the library and check out one book, any book that interests them. I suspect that this is what would happen. Begrudging teenagers that we are, we would walk in and wander around the stacks, joking with our friends about the dumb things the Abbey makes us do. But then, our eyes might fall into a book's spine that makes us stop. Perhaps that spine reads, "Black holes, the edge of space, the end of time." Or maybe it says, "Indestructible truth, the sacred circle of Tibetan Buddhism." Or maybe it's the decline and fall of the Roman Empire. It doesn't matter. Out of the literally tens of thousands of books over in the library, one will grab our attention, make us pull it off the shelf and give it a closer look. Whatever book we check out in some way will get us wondering, thinking, and asking more questions. Books don't have to be the first stop. We all have the internet. When you are wasting time during study hall, do you ever click through random pages on Wikipedia? You might end up watching a video of the first moon landing, or reading about some short-lived Enlightenment thinking. It doesn't matter so much what we read, what we research, or what interests us. What matters is that we do read, we do research, and we do cultivate these interests. Asking questions and looking for answers in our classes, in the library, or on the internet allows us to eavesdrop on the great conversation, the collection of millennia-old arguments fought with paper and ideas over the centuries by the world's greatest thinkers. What's more, we're invited to join that conversation, whoever and wherever we are, even in the dorm. I had a really tough time writing this at home over spring break. Not because I was busy, but because I was trying to do it alone. My realization came during the 4th, 5th, and 6th drafts of this talk. I am not much without St. Leonard's behind me. To me, St. Leonard's is a very, very unprofessional or amateurish Acropolis, or a debauched version of Independence Hall. There are so many ideas in those dorm rooms, so many arguments, so many dogmas, so many ways of viewing and interacting with the world, that it makes my head spin. Now, I'm not saying that I live next to Plato or FDR, but my point is that I don't need to. I live next to Brendan Carlin and Kevin Silverman. All of us have stayed up with Mr. Micheletti or Father Pascal and dived into these questions that we first asked years ago. Conversations like the one I mentioned about Ben Wilson earlier. Conversations like that one, and the hundreds of others we all have during our time here, are where our education takes flight. We don't all have to have the answers. In fact, I don't think any of us do. But with each conversation, we get closer to forging our own answers. And it is always vitally important that we ask, that we wonder, that we argue, and that we keep searching. There's a quotation carved into a stone on the walkway near Tuckshot. Next time you're down there, stop and take a look. It's from Father Ambrose, and it says, "Love the questions. Live into the answers. You have a lifetime, but start now." Thank you.